Hello, we are Sam and Cal, and we are here to talk about fitness-related topics, aren't we not? Are we not? Are we? Yes.
Maybe a little bit of fragrances.
Maybe a bit. So what are you wearing today, mate?
Same as last time, because it
What
may or
was
may
it?
not be the same day. It's Jasper Conran, Nightshade Man.
Ah, Shady Man.
Shady, Shady Van Man.
Nice. I'm wearing Acqua di Gio.
Yeah,
By Giorgio Armani. Very nice.
very nice.
Very nice. Very fresh, very clean. So it smells good over here right now. Why, you can't get in shape and then smell like... I did actually.
Smell like sweat and shit.
I did for a long time. I didn't even notice it. I mean, people got to tell you that you stink before you start wearing sprays.
Mate, some people in the gym proper stink. The problem was, I was on the treadmill once. I was like, this guy next to me absolutely reeks. I got home and they followed me home. Apart from the fact it was my t-shirt, it was me who stank.
Oh no! I literally probably about 5 workouts ago, I was on a lat pull down machine, and next to me was a leg press machine, and the guy in there stank so much I almost threw up, and I only did 2 sets and had to walk off. And I thought, my God, like, you got to stink, like, I actually had to move, and it was, a few meters apart. I was choking. I actually remember almost
Sometimes
feeling
it's
sick.
thick as well.
Like, I couldn't even breathe. It was horrible. Yeah. And I thought, what the hell? No wonder people don't like going to the gym.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm Sam. I'm the coach at Elite Transformation Project on Instagram. Help men push past plateaus, drop their bellies, build their arms, and just build a better physique they can keep for long term.
And I am Cal. I work with guys who, at the start of their journey, they don't quite know what to do. So much information around there, and I just help give them the plan to get into it.
Yeah, it's a good starting point, knowing where to start. Because if you don't know what to do, you're not going to do it.
You just put it off.
And you sit there going, how do I get abs?
You just delay it.
How do I get abs, mate? How do I get abs? What's the secret to getting abs?
Secret?
Do you even have abs?
Not at the moment, because I'm cutting.
Oh, well,
you're
going to get abs then.
I've got them, to be fair.
So I'm glad you said that you're cutting, because that brings me on to today's hot topic, Alan Partridge, is Callum's cutting and I'm bulking. You butting?
You butting, mate.
Are you colking?
Colking.
So he's cutting, I'm bulking. And that's what I want to talk about today, because a lot of men get stuck in what I like to call the bro cycle of they go on a bulk and they gain a bit of size because they want to build muscle, and they get a little bit fat and they go, oh, I don't like this bit, I don't like that bit, oh, what's going on, nasty, I'll go on a cut. And then they go on a cut and they go, oh, I don't like this, I feel like I'm getting small, I'm getting weaker in the gym, I'm losing my gains, I'll go back on a bulk. And they do this back and forth, whether it's weeks at a time, months at a time, and a year goes by and they've either made no progress or they're leaning one side or the other. So should you jump from cutting to bulk? How do you know when to bulk, when to cut? Why are you cutting, mate?
Because I'm going to answer that, but I'm going to make it slightly a little bit longer.
Come on, already.
So, yeah, already. No, I'm cutting because... I'm going to answer the question. I'm cutting because it's a personal thing, right? Like, for me, I'm not happy with the amount of fat on my body right now. And so I feel the optimal thing for me to do is get my abs showing. Like, get to a point where I'm lean enough, where I can take my top off, I don't have my little belly there, and I can see my abs and I'm happy, Yeah. So that's the main reason why I'm personally cutting. I'm not trying to get too lean for a competition or anything like that. Just to where it's right for me, So I'm cutting because I want to get my abs showing. Summer's coming round. I'm going to be surfing. I want to be in good shape. So
surfing, definitely. If you're going to go surfing, then you're going to be on the beach, sometimes topless, depending on how hot it is. So you want to have your abs to look good and feel good on the beach, and there's nothing wrong with that. People go, oh, you're just too vain. It's like, you've got to take pride in yourself. If you look in the mirror and you're not happy, then you can fix it, which is the good thing, is you can. I'm bulking because I just want to get bigger and stronger, and I've already done a cut leading into this year that went really well. But this is why I'm bringing this topic up, is a lot of men don't know when to cut, when to bulk. If they're starting in their sort of skinny fat, they end up going, oh, well, I'll bulk first and I'll cut down. But every man I know that's done, a skinny fat bulk, they just grow the areas of fat they don't like, and then they don't really gain much muscle, and then they either just don't like it and feel bad, or they end up having to go back to where they started to then make progress from there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and answer this immediately. I think 90% of the time you need to go on a cut first, and the reason for that is if you haven't done one successfully yet, you still got potential newbie gains where everything's so new, you still make some progress regardless of how accurate you are with everything. And if there's any body fat on you that you do not like, it will grow if you go on a bulk. Whether you lean bulk, whether you dirty bulk and go crazy, the body fat areas will grow. Even just your skin and puffiness will go up because you're eating more calories, more carbs, more salt. You might get a bit more water retention. So if you've got areas that you don't like, you know, for me, that's double chin, extra layers under my chest, you know, lower back, all that kind of stuff.
It's the hips, man.
Yeah, the hips. But if you've got areas like that you want to get rid of first, start with a cut. Even if you're quite skinny, you've still got the potential to gain a little bit of muscle at the beginning anyway. If you're training right and getting a good amount of protein and you're getting stronger and you're in a calorie deficit that's not too crazy, you'll still be able to build a really good physique. Most of my clients' transformations, if you go on the Instagram, I don't know if I could be bothered to put some up here, an example. No, we just made a fatal error. We left the light on. Hold up. I'm going to make this look really nice. Hang on.
Transition.
Right. Is that you, Cal? No. Got this guy in. Hey, sit down. Come on. Yeah, that's better. Now the watch time's gone up. Oh, my stomach drink over. Oh. Anyway, so start with a cut, bro.
Yeah.
Best way to go about it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, to be honest with you. And I think you said in 90%, probably even more, if I'm honest, like in easily most situations, just get the fat off you first. Because the whole reason you're wanting to get in shape isn't because you want to be fat, it's because you want to look in shape. So yeah, you can bulk and gain more muscle, but the only thing you're going to get with that is more fat. So I was speaking to a guy the other day, and he wasn't happy. It was particularly his chest. He was like, "I've got some man boobs." He's like, "And I'm bulking right now." And I said to him, "I was like, look, the only thing you're going to do is you're going to make your boobs bigger.
There's no point bulking if you've got body fat you don't like. It is completely counterintuitive. And I know this because I've done it twice. I've literally had some clients jump on board. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm skinny. I want to get big. I want to build some muscle. I'm like, perfect. That's my jam. Let's get going. We set them up. We get their first progress photos. And I'm thinking, the body fat's a little bit high, but, you know, I'm here to serve them, get them what they want. I'm like, you sure you don't want to do a cut? They're like, no, I want to bulk. Cool. Put together a plan, make sure it's lean. A couple of weeks in, oh, man, I really don't like this area. I don't like this area. It's like, cool. Said that at the beginning. Might as well start with a cut. And like I was saying earlier before, I realised that Callum messed up the lighting. It's probably me. Doesn't matter. Yeah, basically, if you look at the transformations that my clients have got on the Elite Transformation Project's Instagram page, they are, I'd say, probably like 2 that started off on a bulk, and the rest of them are all people that started off on cuts, and you'll notice that they've gained a lot of muscle on their first cut. So even if you are skinny fat or you have got no muscle and you've got quite a lot of fat, you can still gain significant muscle if you do it right at the beginning. Now, if you've been training for, say, 5 years and you've already done a few cuts, then yeah, if you're going to cut, you're not going to be building muscle, you'll be trying to maintain it. But by that point, you should already know whether you should cut or bulk. Okay, yeah. If you're absolutely, you know, like I was when I started, I was absolutely see-through. I was tiny, skin and bone, still a little bit of body fat, but nothing major. I was like, I needed to get bigger, and I just didn't eat enough. And I then did a bulk, got to the point I was happy, kept going, got a bit too podgy, got obsessed with the scale weight number, which is not a thing you should do. And then I had to go on a cut. But then immediately I fell for the same mistake that I'm talking about now. I went on the bro cycle, I went on a cut. Oh no, my lifts are going lighter. Oh, my arms are feeling small. I feel small. I don't like this. Go back on a bulk, and then I did just gain a lot of body fat, and wasn't fun. Didn't feel good. Was quite unhealthy, and I did that cycle a few times, you know, and then had to fix it.
Right, and I think the hardest part is knowing when do you switch, when do you stop bulking and go to a cut, and when do you stop cutting and go to a bulk. And this is what I was meaning earlier. It's very personal. It depends what you want. Now, oftentimes you're going to have a goal, and you may need to push past that. Like when you are on a cut, for example, you may have a certain weight in mind, and this is why we've spoken previously about not just going by the scales, because you may get to that weight and different people are going to look differently. But also, if you do want to look more in quote-unquote shape, as you lean up, you're going to look slightly bigger anyway. Yes, you may not fill the clothes out as much, but just in physical appearance, you are going to have that look of being 100%. In shape. You are going to look a bit bigger.
Absolutely, yeah. You look way bigger when you drop body fat. Yeah. So if you're trying to look good on the beach or in summertime or in certain clothes, you will look bigger when you're going to cut 100%. Yeah.
You just start seeing all like the striations, the different like how the muscles pop.
Exactly.
And you're going to feel good as well. Like I can definitely tell you when I'm sat down and like you can just feel bits which you don't want to be there compared to when you sat down and you're in good shape. You can feel it. And
100%. When you said about knowing when to cut and bulk, when I start to lose the definition to the point where it's starting to get really puffy and I start to feel like crap, that's when I go on a cut. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you don't want to jump between the two, right? So you're much better off. The way I do it with my clients is I hate going, here's my 4-step system, because you know what the fitness industry is like. But just to clarify it so it's easy for people to do, I put a 4-step system together. Yeah. But skipping through it, right? I'm not here to go on about that. But
Step 1.
Step 1 is prime phase.
Step 2.
Step 2 is recomp.
Step 3.
Step 3 is overload.
And step 4.
Bulletproof.
There's some 4-step system.
So basically, they're just fancy names to summarize what I'm doing. But the whole point of that journey is we start with getting the habits right and doing the fundamentals that are going to get you the results. So this be what me and Cam do: tracking, paying attention to your workouts, just building the habits, building the momentum, getting the data needed to be able to make the progress you want. Then normally we start straight with that recomp. So it's to dial back the body fat, keep muscle, potentially gain some. And then when they're lean enough, we go into an overload phase where we either grow and gain muscle, or we just improve performance metrics depending on the individual and the goals. And then the bulletproof phase is where we do a reverse diet. So we build up the calories up to their new point where they, increase their BMR long term. And that bulletproofing phase means that they can gain size, thickness, and fullness whilst being as lean as possible. And then if you do get to the point where you think, actually, I'm getting a little bit of body fat, which is quite hard to do at that point, just do a mini recomp again. And you just dial it back. So if you sort of have a baseline of staying relatively lean, then you stay lean. You don't have to go extreme on the cut. You won't lose muscle because you're not going extreme on the cut. And then if you bulk, with a slight calorie surplus, you're going to keep body fat to a minimum. Yeah. So you can keep growing and then dial it back every now and again. And that's what I do now personally. It's just been so much better physically, mentally, lifestyle-wise, and energy-wise. I just feel so much better doing that.
Yeah, and
so much better.
I mean, look, if you stopped eating pizza.
No, I have Papa John's box over there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you cut out? Is your lifestyle changed to the point where you can't go out and enjoy yourself or anything like that?
I eat what I want. Now, don't get me wrong. There's the fine line in the fitness world, because you can easily go, I'm going to eat loads of crap, track it, and make it work, and you can do that. But you also want to feel good, and you also want to invest into your future health. So what I recommend my clients, they eat what they want, they track it, I'll look through it, and I'll make some suggestions. So like, okay, this is good, that's not good, so you can have it when you want, but I would limit it or maybe change it, or here's an alternative. And that way you get this sort of hybrid of what works for you. So, me and you, we both like Tim Hortons.
Oh, mate, yeah.
We both like whatever, but we still go, right, okay, well, can I get some clean quality protein? Am I getting any fruits and fiber in there? Every day I'll have at least a banana and an apple, just because they're easy to do, good carbs, good vitamins and minerals. Try and fit some greens. I put onions with everything, just it bulks up the meals. I'll have eggs, because they're a great source of protein, good healthy fats. And I'll eat lean meats to get the protein, then eat what else I want. So it'd be good carbs, bad carbs, whatever. Yesterday was pizza, today was pizza, because I had some left over.
And that's it. Like, as long as you are making a concerted effort to get your vitamins and minerals in, and like you said, you're having clean proteins as well, then there's nothing wrong with that. Like, for me, I'm not as good is getting my vegetables in and greens in. So instead of doing that, I still try, but I've got vitamins and minerals, and I've made sure that I'm getting everything in from those supplements. And then if I have it in greens and stuff, fantastic. So it's not that. I mean, there's different ways to skin a rabbit, you know what I mean?
If you go too extreme on the diet, you won't stick to it long enough. Everyone's like, I've gone on holiday and I've gained loads of weight, so when I get back, I'm just going to have 10 salads a day. And salads are great because, again, nutrient dense, they're going to, volume foods, they can keep you fuller for longer. But if you just go to that extreme, you'll lose a lot of scale weight because you're not eating a lot. And then you'll lose muscle because you're not eating enough to sustain it. And then you're going to feel like crap and then binge and go over your calories and feel bad. And it kind of reinforces that bad habit. Whereas if you go, okay, well, what's my maintenance calories? And you can Google this, you can use calculators, you can DM us. We will let you know the nutrition blueprint that I don't know if I've already plugged that, but there's a free nutrition blueprint. I don't know why I'm pointing. It's probably in the description right here or in the top comment. But that will show you how to set up your calories. And by doing that, you work out your maintenance calories. So once you know what your maintenance calories are and you factor in your workouts, you then can go, okay, right, 2,800. If I eat that, I'm going to lose £1 a week. Great, 2,800. You can work out, get your protein in. If you want a Papa John's, you can probably fit it in. McDonald's, easy peasy. But still, aim to get majority of quality food. But it doesn't have to be chicken, broccoli, and rice from a tub that smells like someone's busted a fart in the room. As soon as you open it up, who's that? Oh, it's Tim with his tin of fish and stinky protein. And he's like, yeah, bro, living the dream. Oh, brown rice. Brilliant, I'm going to look so shredded. And then there's other people with abs going, yeah, cool, I'm having a Tim Hortons, mate. So what do you know about this?
Exactly. If you follow a process that you enjoy, you're going to have longevity with it. So you can't get results without being disciplined and having longevity. So it doesn't mean you can't eat anything in particular, but you just have to have 80-20 rule. Have 80% of good stuff.
It does work. That's a good way to go about it. Yeah. But the original topic of this video is talking about cutting versus bulking. most people need to start with a cut because most people have body fat they don't like. And if you're absolutely tiny and skinny, you'll know that it's time to bulk. And if you get a successful cut, not only will you gain a little bit of muscle anyway if it's new, but then you have a really good lean foundation to grow and build muscle from that point. So when you do gain the muscle, you're not looking like, the Michelin man going, oh, right now I need to fix this. And trust me, once you do a cut at that point, you think, I'm not doing that again.
No.
So you're better off doing a lean bulk. And when I say lean bulk, just to clarify so people know what we're talking about, it just means a smaller calorie surplus. A lot of people go, eat big to get big, bro. There's truth to that. But I did that back in the day. I used to eat 4,000, 5,000 calories. My maintenance is 3,000. So I was having 2,000 calories more. So I was feeling like crap. I looked like crap. I got loads of breakouts and spots. I had no energy. I lived on the toilet. Life wasn't fun. I was stressed about meals. And it's not good for your digestive system. So now, if I'm bulking, at the moment I'm bulking, I'm hitting around 3,200. So slight surplus, still pretty lean, enjoying myself. It's so easy. It's so much more straightforward. So, and again, I know I talk about it all the time, but I'm here to give you what I think is the best. Try to eat damn calories, because if you don't track it and you just wing it, you don't know if you're on track. You're going to eat worse of foods without even realizing it. And you won't know if you're in a surplus, deficit, over the top.
People don't hit their protein goal.
You just won't know. And then it's guesswork. And if it's guesswork, you don't know if it's going to work. So then you're not going to stick to it. And then guess what? A year goes by. Oh, next year I'll start that. Well, wait till Monday. Or I'll cut out sugar. It's not going to work. You've got to know your numbers. Just like if you're saving it for a mortgage, you just go, yeah, I'll save, spend. How much is in that? Don't want to look. Actually, it doesn't matter. Toxic. Don't want toxic to track everything, isn't it? Yeah. Just keep beep, Nando's beep, what? I'm in debt. Oh, well, it's been 10 years and I haven't got what I want. Damn.
I haven't saved any money.
Exactly. What? But if you paid attention to it and tracked it, which most people do because it's sensible, they can predict what they're going to have by a certain result. Same goes for your calories. If you're in a 500 calorie deficit every single day, 3,500 for the week, so roughly equates to a pound of fat down. Bosh, you got it. You can go, I need to lose 12 pounds by this time. Cool, 12 weeks. If it needs to be a bit more, do some extra work, maybe have slightly less calories. It's predictable, and if it's predictable, you see results. And if you see results, you're motivated, and if you see results and you get motivated, it's fun and it's enjoyable and you feel great, and then you don't have to fall for the 30-second six-pack ab man and take this supplement and you'll have abs in your sleep guy dance around on TikTok going, I lost weight by drinking this. They're paying me. I mean, no, they're not. I'm a customer. Definitely not paid by them. I'm not even in shape, am I? But I had this supplement, but it works.
I mean, I'm going to be rewinding a fair bit now, but you mentioned earlier about being on that
was a rewind, sorry.
5,000. That was a good rewind. I like it. You mentioned about being on so many more calories than you needed to be for your lean bulk. The only thing you're going to find with that is when you come to cutting, you're going to have to cut a lot longer because you put on a lot more fat. So instead of increasing your muscle and only putting on a small bit of fat over an amount of time, you're going to have increased your muscle ever so slightly, gained a lot more fat, so you're going to have to cut for longer, and then you're going to be eating back into your muscle. It's just so counterintuitive.
The longer the cut, the more, if you're in a calorie deficit for a really long time, it's not good for your hormones, it's not good for longevity, and it's not good for social as well, because you're always going to get stressed. Hey, do you want to come out for a kebab? No, mate, I'm just going to have my lettuce at home. Mm-hmm. I saw some lady, and I keep bringing up this lady, I shouldn't know that I saw her anyway, but Easter happened, right, and she had a chocolate egg, and she broke it up into 20 little pieces, put them in a little bag. And I thought, right, if she's tracking it, that's fine, but that's still excessive. And then she was like, oh, it's only 1.5 sins per little bit. And I'm like, okay, right, so I know where she got that from. That poor lady is made to think that an egg is evil, and she cannot have chocolate, and if she does, she has to pay for her sins. And it's like, she could just go, right, I have the whole eggs, 430 calories, I'll fit that in today. Or if she goes over by that, cool, then she can either take it off throughout the week, or do some extra cardio and extra steps, and she can have the bloody egg. Or she can just go, it happens once a year, just have it.
They tell her how much protein to get in.
No, of course they're not, because then she get results, and then she can keep paying them. So then she, do you know what I mean?
I know.
Weight loss clubs, mate, don't bother.
Do you know what I did on my Easter eggs? I had 2.
I had half of one because my girlfriend had the rest of it.
Yeah, that's fair. But
it's just for us to share. And I turn around, it's gone.
Got rid of mine as quick as I could, get back on tracking.
Yeah.
Boom. One day of...
I say this all the time to my clients. If you are on track the majority of the time, one day off here and there is not going to ruin it. Mm-hmm. But if you're always on and off, not quite hitting it, and then you're taking the day off because you feel like you need a day off, and you're constantly having all these gaps in your programming and nutrition, then you're not going to get the result. But if, say, 10 days in a row, you're smashing it, and then you go away for a weekend away, and you just do what you want, and eat loads and drink loads and have loads of crap, you're not going to go backwards, because you've built up so much momentum. You're on the 80% side of the 80-20 rule of actually putting in the work. So you can have that time off and not worry about it. The amount of times I've gone on holiday and come back leaner because the work I've done leading up to it is insane. Excuse me.
Don't stress. And
I'll cut that bit out for the TikTok clips. But I had a client recently go away, and he was like, okay, right, well, I've done all this work. Hopefully I don't come back gaining loads of weight. And he came back and he sent me a picture of a chubby monkey with his face on it. And I was like, that's hilarious. But then he did his photos. He's like, oh, actually, I look great. And I was like, yeah, because you've done the work the majority of the time. So you've earned the reward of having the time off. Yes. But if you take time off, don't really do it, don't track, don't know what's on, YOLO, you live once. Yes, so stop ruining it.
Yeah, stop ruining like you said, the majority of the time, like the thing I like to go by is just don't stress and enjoy the process. Yeah. And it's as simple as that. Just have a process. I didn't want to say that word again, but have a process which works, follow it the majority of the time, just like you said, and you're going to be fine. You're going to hit those goals.
Exactly. Does a man with a moustache like that look stressed?
I'm not stressed.
Exactly.
Are you stressed? You don't even have a moustache.
I am stressed with that moustache next to me, but
it's going to be going soon. It's just for a laugh, but...
Good.
Do you have any other questions?
Leave in the comments, RIP Callum's moustache.
The slug.
Brilliant. So I think we'll call it there on this one.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you want to talk about the task more?
Definitely not.
No.
Like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Vidmo me 10k.
Drop one of those in the comments.
What?
Shaka.
Oh, for someone else then. And drop one of these in the comments, bro. Follow us on Instagram, Elite Transformation Project.
Mine is Cal Spencer Training. I always feel like I've got to spell it out.
Cal.
C-A-L. Links in the bio.
Yeah, links in the bio. C-A-L. Cal, like calcium.
What calcium?
Calgon. Colgate. No, that's coal. That's wrong. Follow Callum. If you like weird men, weird moustaches, and vans, follow Callum.
Check out my other page.
OnlyFans. Only vans, mate.
Only vans.